Hello everybody and welcome back to The Ghost Collider. I just finished yesterday's review, which was Transformers 1. Please go check that out if you want to hear what I had to say about that. But I watched Deadpool and Wolverine, one of my probably most anticipated movies of this year, and it was exactly what I thought it was going to be, if I'm going to be honest. Alright, like usual, I'm going to do a spoiler-free version, and then later on in the video I will do a spoiler version. There's not much I have to say for the spoiler-free version, because most of it includes spoilers, but I just want to say that it was an amazing movie. It is not for kids. It has sex references. If that's fine, then that's fine with you guys. The music was great that they chose. It had amazing humor. It was just a great movie altogether. Again, I don't think that it's a movie for kids, but if your kids watch Deadpool 1, then this movie is a lot less inappropriate than that one. And Deadpool 1 does show women topless. But altogether, I'm giving this a 9.5 out of 10. This movie had like one or two things that I was meh about, but the rest of it was amazing. I loved it. Alright, getting into the spoiler version. Yes, I know that part was very short, but there's most of my things that I have to say do include spoilers, so yeah. The biggest thing that I kind of had trouble understanding was how Deadpool got into the 616 universe and then went back to his universe. Because he had to join some sort of thing. He had to do something with his life in order to get Vanessa back, because Vanessa started to fall out of love with him because she thought he didn't know who he was anymore. So he thought by joining some sort of Avengers team or X-Men or something like that, he would find himself again. So he joins. So he goes to 616 universe, talks to Happy Hogan, and he gets declined, and then he goes back to his universe. I don't know how that works. Also, was he like permanently kicked out of the X-Men after Deadpool 2? Those were the only things that I had that I didn't really were met about, but the rest of the movie was great. I like how he said in the beginning of the movie that he wasn't going to stomp all over what they did in Logan, which is another great movie. Yet that's exactly what he did. He literally digs up the grave and uses Logan's remains to take out a bunch of the TVA. Which I will add, learning about the main being, I forget what they're called, but the main being in a universe makes me wonder who the 616 universe's main being is. And then all the Deadpool / Wolverine variants, amazing. I like the little nod off when they're at the end of the movie when all the Deadpools are fighting Deadpool and Wolverine, and then Peter shows up. They're like, Peter! Because in the comics, Peter Parker and Deadpool are like this. Another thing about that is that Ryan Reynolds, the person who plays Deadpool, and Hugh Jackman, the person who plays Wolverine, said that if they do another movie, they want Spider-Man, Tom Holland's Spider-Man, to be in it, so they can bully the absolute shit out of him, which I feel like would be an amazing movie. In I'm pretty sure Jimmy Fallon interview, Jimmy Fallon said, would you return to this role? And he said his wife would divorce him. I feel like that was just a joke. I feel like if he was given the opportunity, he would love to join again. He said years and years and years ago that Deadpool is one of his favorite superheroes out there, and for him to give that up, I feel like would be heartbreaking for him. He's said multiple times that he loves this role. The only part is putting on the whole face scarring, but he said that he would love to continue to return as this character on multiple occasions. So I'd expect to see, if not Deadpool, then Deadpool and Wolverine to show up in Secret Wars or Doomsday. And I'd like to see a Deadpool and Wolverine and Spider-Man movie, if probably sometime after Secret Wars. That'd be a fucking hilarious movie. I also liked the other cameos that showed up, like Channing Tatum's Gambit. He's been fighting for years to get a Gambit movie, and Ryan Reynolds has been helping him throughout this. However, it was declined, but having Ryan Reynolds talk to Levi, whatever his name was, is that the director? You know what I'm talking about. Sean Levi, I think his name is. But Ryan Reynolds trying to get Channing Tatum in this role is an amazing idea. It was so kind of him. In my opinion, he's probably one of the most nicest probably actors out there, alongside Keanu Reeves and a few other ones, you know, like John Krasinski, and there are so many good nice actors out there. And Ryan Reynolds was topping the cake, helping out one of his friends. But also seeing Blade and Human Torch and Elektra return, and X-23, that was such a good idea. Also, why was Thor crying? That's a movie inside joke. You wouldn't get it if you haven't seen it. I also liked the nod off to the Fox universe, all the X-Men movies, including Wolverines and X-Men's and Deadpool's and both Fantastic Four movies. They did an amazing nod off at the end, and it was great. Also, I feel like people made it seem like The Greatest Showman, the song, was going to, The Greatest Show, was going to have a bigger runtime, but it was for 2 seconds, and it was funny. But it was a great nod off to a bunch of between current Marvel shows or current Marvel movies and old ones, and it was amazing. It was probably my favorite movie that came out this year. And Godzilla Godzilla X Kong came out this year too, I also had high expectations for, but this movie really topped the cake. Again, 9.5 out of 10. I loved this movie. If you have Disney Plus and are old enough or have given permission to watch it, I would suggest watching it because amazing movie. But anyways, that's all I have for today. I can't wait to see what they're going to do in the future, if they do anything else in the future. If they don't do anything in the future, this was a great ending. So that's understandable, but I hope that they do more in the future. Like, subscribe, comment, share, put post notifications on if you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about this, and if you guys seen it, I want to know how you guys thought of the movie itself. At least 10 likes, at most infinite. All that liking does is puts my video on other people's For You page, and liking is all up to you. I'm trying to get to 300 subscribers by the end of the year, so please share this with your friends. If not this video, then my content as a whole, and subscribe yourself if you're not already. But again, subscribing and sharing is all to you too. Voice crack. Comment the things I ask you guys to comment, or if you have a question for my 300 subscriber Q&A, let me know in the comments. Say for the 300 subscriber Q&A, and then ask your question. And or in the description, there's going to be a link to my Discord server. And in my Discord server, there's a section called Q&A, and you can ask questions there. On top of that, there is also in the description a link to my podcast. Episode 3 is either coming out in a few days or next week, so please it's coming out. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and tomorrow's is going to be another episode of The Last of Us Part 2. Anyways, thank you. Peace.